I mean, fair play to Jake. You know, he did beat Nate Robinson. You know, I knew he was going to beat Nate Robinson. I was hoping, you know, and I was wishing that Nate Robinson would fuck him up. But in all honesty, I knew that Nate wasn't going to win that. I mean, you got to remember that Nate Robinson is a 5'9" former NBA basketball player. So, you know, he's shorter than Jake. For some reason, Jake loves fighting people shorter than him. Digi, Gibb, Nate. Also, Nate only had a couple of months to train for this fight. He has no fighting history. Apparently, from what I've heard, didn't spar in his fighting camp, which is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. That's his team's fault, like, for not getting him any sparring partners. That's outrageous. How could you not spar during camp? It's okay anyway. And yeah, Nate was a person that had never fought under the lights. Obviously, fighting under the lights is very different to playing basketball under the lights. I mean, with NBA, you've got a team to support you, but in boxing, man, you're on your own. And I imagine Nate Robinson panicked, and was probably why he kept rushing at Jake. I don't know what the game plan was, but Nate was never gonna win that. You gave Jake more power with his punches by running into his punches. Nate. Yeah, it was, the whole thing was an L, man, and it's a shame you got knocked out. And the funny thing is, you know, a lot of people were surprised that Nate lost like that. They're like, yo, he's an athlete. Like, I don't get it. He should have at least done better than what he did. But when it comes to boxing, man, it's not about being an athlete. Look at me. Was I an athlete? I wasn't an athlete. And I managed to beat Joella. I managed to beat Logan Paul. You know, I'm not an athlete. And I managed to beat these people. Why? I knew how to box. I had heart, and I used my brain. From what I saw, Nate didn't know how to box. How are you gonna generate any power by running and boxing? Doing that isn't gonna generate any power. Nate isn't gonna knock anyone out doing that. Jake was far more grounded and knew what he was doing. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely things that I saw that didn't impress me, but I'm not gonna say it here because I know if I mention it, then Jake's gonna work on it. So, but yeah, anyway, fair play to Jake for being someone that we all knew that he was going to be. And trust me, ladies and gentlemen, he will get what's coming to him. I'll do it myself. I've seen all the memes. I've seen all the Thanos memes. I will do it myself.